Welcome, novice space pilots. Today we're going to learn how to fly one of these things without crashing it. I'm going to set up a new profile, so I'll be just like you. And we're going to do single player on the easy map. First thing we're going to do is to go into the shop and buy some fuel. This will appear just here, so if we're flying along and our fuel gets really low, we can just click on that, get an extra 500 units of fuel. Our maximum is 1000, so don't use it unless it's actually really low. Alright, next we're going to go looking for a transport mission. Let's close this down. So here's a transport, but it's 8000. We can do an 8000, but you're better off starting off something a bit lower, 2000. This is going to Charlie. We have a look at our map. Charlie's over here, so it's not too far. So 2000 short run, that's a good one to take for your first mission. So accept that and set an F point. So this is a cargo button, will show our weight. Now you want to click here. We're going to look down the first column because we've got no upgrades, and we look under 2000 and we see it's 41. So we're going to activate our thrust lock and then increase the power to 41%. Now this isn't quite accurate, we might actually get airborne at 41%, but it's okay. Right, once that's done, we can disable it. You can also top up your fuel. No points lost there. Right. Now we're going to put this on the top. This one should already be on V. We're going to select a different view. Going to make things easy to see. Now we're going to boost up into the air a bit and then put our thrust lock on. We don't want this number too high. Now we're going to just yaw to where we're going to head. Use this to guide us. This number here is showing our yaw, so get back to 0. Then we're going to just go forward. And this camera will start to show us where we're heading. And here's our total velocity, that's including our vertical velocity and forward momentum. As you can see, it's pointing up because we're raising here, and we don't really want to do that. So we're going to disable the thrust lock, just let that fall down a bit. If it goes too far, disable your thrust lock and use your main thrusters to go up again. When you get it to where you want, thrust lock on again. Now, get our yaw steady. Now, I'll explain this one here. The T section here, that's where we're pointing. This cross is where we're heading. We can turn around and that cross isn't going to move. If we use some thrusters, then it will go to where we're heading, but for now we'll just get the yaw steady, and we use the side thrusters to adjust our heading because we only want a small amount. And we're still climbing, so we'll just drop that a little bit. Our vector's showing us we're going to hit the base, so probably a bit too much. We can probably go a bit faster, but we don't want to go too fast because this thing takes ages to build up speed and slow down, especially at standard levels. At this point, just gradually, slowly go over there. The fuel levels should be fine. If you go dialing about too much, that's when you use your emergency fuel, but with the weight we're carrying and the distance we're going, we should be fine. This number here is showing our range, so we're probably heading a bit too fast in. We'll just gradually lower that number down, and you see our vectors flying right over the top, but as we slow down it should drop a bit, but we're actually heading up still. So you can actually adjust your power down a bit, but not too much, downwards, but still above the base. You don't want to smash into the side of the base because that's not landing. Okay, that was my warning that half my fuel's gone. I'm just going to start easing off on the acceleration a bit more. If you're flying higher up, you'll see the base earlier on this screen. Once you get a bit more experience, the screen becomes useless, because as you'll see it, when we get above the base, this direction indicator will change to a landing indicator, which is all you really need. So I'm going to ease off on the acceleration a bit. And check our fuel. We should have plenty. And here comes the base underneath us on the screen. So it won't be long before it pops up on this one. So just ease off a bit more. And here we go. I'll keep an eye on the altitude. We're nice and low here, so we're good. And there's 4 circles here are pretty much your centre, so get that steady. You don't want this number going down too far. More than 0.3, you're probably going to do damage. We could drop down a bit faster, but our altitude's already low enough, so we've got plenty of fuel. We're not in a hurry. If you are, take your thrust lock off, let it drop a bit faster, put it back on. Disable the thrust lock. You can go to missions and press the unload here, or you can just press U. And we'll load up our fuel again. And here come all the achievements you just got. And some of these achievements are progress achievements. You look them up and see what else you need to finish them off. As I was saying earlier, you can do it with a full 8,000 cargo, and you can get to the other side, but do a few of these short ones first, get used to it, and then take on the bigger ones. You get more money, more experience, and you'll be set. Good luck.